So at the end of the day, he's standing for the righteousness for us as a people, black people. Can't be scared to say that. Black people at the end of the day. But he's not just targeting just racism. He's talking about all isms that is detrimental to us as a people progressing. Grandmaster Jay, I thank you for coming on. I leave you with any last words here, my brother. You still muted. You still muted. Uh, there you go.
Said before, three things, and then as I'm known to say, I raise about your hair. First, thank you for providing me the platform here on your distinguished radio network to speak to the people. Again, I think that when they want to silence someone, they realize that if they can destroy a person's name first, destroy their character first, then once the people lose interest and turn their backs on that individual, they then destroy the person physically. This is not something new. They've been doing it for years. They're trying to do it to me. To all of those folks out there who've always heard me say, just be black first. Be everything else second. That is how we get toward unity. But right now, we're too busy saying, I'm this and I'm black. I'm this and I'm black. I worship this and I'm black. I practice this. You're putting other things in front of you that divide us when you should simply say, just be black and we all unify. That being said, it is up to you all, and I'm being very candid here, that if we're going to win this battle as a people, then it is up to the people to unify and come forward. And I don't just mean with lip service. You're going to have to put some money behind your words if you want this to have a positive outcome. Otherwise, you're going to see that they're going to win what was another push for us to elevate ourselves in stature within this country and around the world. If they can shut this down, you will not be able to legally do this again. They're going to use this as the precedent, like they did with the Black Panthers, to change the laws in such a way that you will never ever get to do this again. I do know that there's a GoFundMe that's been started for my legal fees, which are astronomical, since I'm fighting federal and state charges at the same time. They thought this one through very well. There is a campaign called, I think it's All Eyes on GMJ. I saw started by some of the other black militant organizations. I salute them to raise awareness. But we have got to get out in the streets. We have got to get out and let them know you're not going to do this to us again. Starting with me and whoever else, think about it. If they'll do it to me, they will do it to you next. They didn't just go after anybody. They came after the leader of the black militia. That is sending a message to all of you. As inspired as you may have been, as uplifted as you were to see us, as proud a moment people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s said that they were, because they can now comfortably go on to glory because somebody was standing up. As much as you felt, as positive as you felt about the whole situation, they're going to go in the complete opposite direction and bring their vehement hate to destroy you ever having that joy again, because hope is always the spark that starts the growth of a people. And you have had that spark, and it's starting to catch on. So whether or not they take me out or send me to prison for the rest of my life unjustly, you all sit back and let that happen. It won't be like they'll stop there. This is where we draw the line. I need your financial support. The organizations that are out right now, you need to watch your backs. Watch what you're saying. Watch what you're doing. Don't put yourself on the radar. Don't step up in such a way that you're repeating what has already been done. You must do things differently. To all the folks out there that are listening who don't know the backstory, please go educate yourself on the facts. Don't give in to your feelings, so to speak. And to all of the folks here that are in the United States, this is our problem right now. This is not a global problem, even though the globe is focused and watching, because now they're looking at, okay, what are you going to do? Remember, we are an intelligent species. We are a compassionate species. We are not prone to violence. We're peace-loving by default. However, in some instances, they may call for a stronger response. In this particular instance, it is not. It is something that we have to think through. This is chess, not checkers. They made a move. Now we must make the appropriate move in response. The object is to win the war, not just win the battle and lose the war in the end, which is what some folks think should be done. No, that is not our goal. I tell you all that I love you all. Thank you for your support. I'm standing strong. I'm not, they want to break me psychologically. I'm not breaking psychologically. They want to break the backbone of this organization. The organization is well and strong. And I'll say this: some folks say, "Well, didn't you have a backup plan? Don't you have a second in command? Don't you? Well, of course we do. But you didn't know anything about us before. What makes you would suddenly know that information now? The organization is fine. But I do need each and every one of you to understand that this is a coordinated attack, as I've heard said on this show, against Black people in general, and they're doing it in a very high-profile way. I ask that I do need your prayers, if you know what I mean by that. I do need your sentiments, but most importantly, I need your support. I need you to continue to call these individuals and tell them to drop those charges. I need you to go to the GoFundMe, because I found out that at the federal level, some of these lawyers are very expensive, $10,000 just to have a consultation. But I thank all of those who have given so far. But again, I got to point out, I just find it ironic that people who have actually committed violent acts, killed people, people who have actually engaged the federal government officers, people who have pointed guns at the police of other colors and got slaps on the hand. And their people come out and can raise $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million overnight, no problem, and not care what we think. Yet we can't turn around and do the same in response. Then it's a sad indictment on us as an entire race of people. I count on you all the same way that I've stood up for you. I need you all to stand up for me, and that's being as honest as I can be at this juncture without saying anything that would jeopardize these cases. They will happen. I am not free. I'm on house arrest right now with stipulations, and the process is going forward. So you all don't lose interest, because the moment they see you lose interest, they're going to do to me what they've done to everybody else. And it won't be like you won't be playing this back to say that I didn't tell you this. I haven't been wrong about one of these things I've projected yet. I am a student of history, and I am a teacher of those who follow me in some other fashion. I thank you all for your time, and once again, just be Black. And any other race that wants to, that's an ally with us, as folks have said, well, I support you. Okay, well, this is your time to prove that. This is actually an assault not just on Black folks, but an assault on the constitutional rights that are exercised per the Constitution. All of these rules and regulations on the Constitution now that apply to certain people, if they'll do it to us, they'll come and do it to you next. I bid you all shalom.
Shalom.